In this video, we're going to be talking about every Transformers character that is yet to be released in the Transformers Studio Series toy line. Disclaimer, I will also be adding concept characters and some figures that should have repaints, especially expensive ones. I will be going through movies 1, 2, 3, and definitely 4 and 5, and the Bumblebee movie. Fine, I'll do Rise of the Beast. Boy, this is going to be a long video. Now, I know Prime vs. Prime did a video on this, but I kind of have a lot of more ideas that I'd very much like to share, and we don't have many of these videos, so I don't mind if I do. But before we get into the video, y'all know the YouTube drill. Hit the big red button, slam the like button until it breaks, share this with your friends, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's get on with the video. So, you think we have all characters in figure form for Transformers 2007? Well, then you're wrong, because straight off the bat, we're missing the Autobot Protoform. Now, please note, this dude and Protoform Starscream were the very first Michael Bay Transformers figures to ever be released. And yet, here we are, more than 10 years in the future, we still don't have another remold of the Protoform. The worst part was about this Protoform mold was it only had like, what, 1 or 2 repacks, and then that was it. Then Hasbro neglected that, and then some of those figures started getting expensive. So we kind of need a redo on the Protoform Autobot mold. We'll get to the Decepticon Protoform mold in the future. Next on the list is Dispenser, and he's only a Takara figure, which made him impossible to get. I was lucky enough to get him because my mom got it on Amazon miraculously, but we need a Studio Series version of this, no matter how bad the design is. He would make a really good, extra henchman for Megatron. Next on the list is Frenzy. Don't know why they didn't make this figure yet, but it would be really cool to see this dude in core class form. Probably do swappable hands, like the gun hands, and those little melee weapons that he had that he shot and then completely killed all those FBI agents. Oh yeah, it wouldn't hurt to have a battle damaged Bumblebee with the cube, and definitely those missiles that he had on his shoulders. Oh yeah, it wouldn't hurt to have a battle damaged Jazz, since the first Jazz is a lot of money. By the way, I definitely agree with Prime vs. Prime on the Eskimo-tron. Just give him cold weathering, not extra ice bits, because that's annoying. Make it an affordable figure, not the premium offering. That's $60. Now I could move on to Revenge of the Fallen, but I decided not to, and stick with the concept characters from 2007. Since Hasbro has done concept characters in the past for Studio Series, why not do it for 2007? I mean, they did it for Revenge of the Fallen, Dark of the Moon. Let me give some ideas about that. Starting with RC, and while they're at it, they should do a battle damage version. Probably going to exclusify that. I don't think exclusify was the right word. They should do a Cliff Jumper, which could essentially be a repaint of the '07 Camaro Bumblebee, except with an interchangeable face that would be most appreciative, and maybe some accessories, extra accessories that he probably had in the comics or whatever, I don't know. Other recommendations for a Studio Series figure would definitely be Landmine. Would like to have that in Studio Series form. And Longarm would be most appreciative, because why not? Why not have a tow truck? And while they're at it, they should make an exclusive 2-pack of Longarm and Battle Damage Bumblebee. By the way, they should do a remold of Camshaft. I would love to see this figure in Studio Series form. And because why not an evac? Imagine a leader class repaint of an Autobot version of Blackout. I mean, that would be awesome if Studio Series were to do that, but I don't think they will, but I really hope they do. Next would be Wreckage. Why not? They did a good job on the 2007 one. Of course, they could do a magnificent job if they did a Studio Series one. Next could be Swindle. Forgot to mention that both Swindle and Camshaft should have some blaster accessories. And they should do a Voyager class Studio Series Dreadwing and Overcast. Hasbro, if you're watching this, please make them as 100% movie accurate as possible. Not some cartoon junk, please. And if we want, we could just do a Payload, which could essentially be a repaint of, what's his name? Dispenser. And it wouldn't hurt for Hasbro to make an old version of Dropkick. Just add his Bumblebee movie head, 'cause it would be funny. And hey, why not a reconnaissance barricade with a minifigure of Frenzy and those little stealth lights he had when interrogating Sam Witwicky? And holy cow, if Hasbro were to repack Bone Crusher in jungle form, that would be awesome considering the fact the other Bone Crusher goes for a lot of money. Now, I think Hasbro should definitely do these next 4 figures I'm about to bring up. They should definitely do the Stealth Bumblebee, an affordable Black Ops RC, Off-Road Ironhide, and Night Watch Optimus. I mean, can you imagine a repack of 32 Optimus and 14 Ironhide, but blue? Blue is my favorite color. Holy cow, these are so many suggestions, and this is only the 2007 one. I've got 5 other movies to talk about. No! Okay, you know what? I'm gonna split this video into 2 videos. One with the first 3, and the other one with the last 4. Anyways, let's get on with Revenge of the Fallen. Starting off, we're missing Skids and Mufflap, and definitely their ice cream truck version. Not really sure why, if they can't merge them for a deluxe class, or if they can do them like separately for their individual car modes, or if they can't like merge them together for the ice cream truck mold. I don't know. But we gotta have those figures. Okay, next thing we need is a Revenge of the Fallen version of Ratchet and Ironhide. I'm thinking they should do like a 2-pack of them together, but like with sand weathering. And I was thinking it would have been cool to see these type of Revenge of the Fallen Ironhides, but I think that's highly unlikely. Next on the list would be a Battle Damage Optimus with his hooks and an extra gun, but the 32 mold, not the 05 mold. The 05 mold served us before the 32 mold came in the picture. And because why not? We could have a core class of Wheelie. I mean, the other Wheelie didn't do it justice because of how small it was. And for the concept characters, I think they should do a Swerve, which should be a repaint of Sideswipe, and a Smokescreen, which should be a repaint of Jazz Wouldn't Hurt. And it would really be cool to see a Voyager class version of Breakaway. And it would be cool to see a Studio Series Michael Bay concept of Brawn. Wouldn't hurt to have a Landmine repaint of Armorhide, but that seems very unlikely. Next would be another good guy version of Blackout, but his name would be Whirl. Because why not? Now, I could have brought up about a Ravage and Scorponok on core class form, but how are they going to transform? Next on the list, we got to have a 2-pack of Jetfire and Optimus Prime. Because why not? Seems appropriate. Next on the list would be a Dead End. I mean, Studio Series Sideways exists, so all they could do is just repaint and do a remold of the head. Next on the list, we need a Demolisher. We need the right character that we saw in the movie. And the Fallen is confirmed for a leader class, which I think is a big deal. I just hope it comes with its staff and the matrix of leadership. And Hasbro should do a payload, considering long haul is a mad amount of money. And I think Hasbro would be crazy to neglect these, but we need Decepticon protoforms. And I'm thinking they should do like 2 molds, because there's this one that has spikes on its shoulders, and then there is one that isn't. I think they should do one for Revenge of the Fallen, and one for Dark of the Moon. And maybe a repaint for The Last Night. And, because why not, Hasbro should do a Revenge of the Fallen Bludgeon. And they should do a repaint for Banzatron. Banzatron, that's a weird name. And Stratosphere is confirmed for Commander class, which is weird, but whatever. And I think Mindwipe in the Studio Series wouldn't hurt. And it wouldn't hurt to have a desert version of the Revenge of the Fallen Bone Crusher with guns. And yeah, that's pretty much it for Revenge of the Fallen. Now let's get down to Dark of the Moon. Starting off, it wouldn't hurt to have a Studio Series Q, and I'd love to have a Dark of the Moon Ironhide. Could throw in his rifles, could still keep the cannons, because why not? And hey, 6 Starscream to the Studio Series. It's free real estate. I just hope it comes with all of its weapons this time, not separately. Studio Series Core Class Laserbeak would be pretty nice. And hey, we're getting a Bumblebee version. You know, the pink one. Oh, if Hasbro were to make a HasLab version of Drillerbot, I mean, that would be pretty crazy. But if Hasbro were to make an exclusive repaint to the Leader Class Shockwave to add on to that Driller, Hasbro would be making Benjamins with this product. Next on the list would be a Dark of the Moon Barricade, but with an extra gun, because why not? Next on the list would be Dr. Lens Meter, because why not? He would be pretty good for a core class.
Kill the little one! Oh wait! Turn him into a deluxe class, yeah?
Next figure Hasbro should make is a Leader Class Defcon. I mean, if the figure's too big itself, they could just unsnap the limbs just to make more space for the packaging, considering you can't see what's in the Leader Class boxes anymore. And a garbage truck remold of Long Haul, I think that would be pretty cool. Next would be a Decepticon Dread, which could probably be a police car or a truck. And while they're at it, they should do a Dread protoform, because why not? And hey, Desert Brawl, that would be something. It would be cool to see a Transformers Studio Series Hatchet. I mean, we got Crankcase and Crowbar, so why not make it Hatchet? Next would be 3 individual Seeker molds consisting of Skywarp, Ramjet, and Thrust, which could be repaints of the Thundercracker mold. Next would be a Leader Class Sentinel Prime, but a repaint for the Voyager class, and way much more accessories consisting of a few pillars and his pistol and his shield. Please? Next would be a Studio Series Loader. Not sure how they do that, but I'd love to see a Studio Series version of him. Lastly, I think it would be cool to see a Studio Series Decepticon Fighter. I know Prime vs. Prime mentioned this, but whatever. Anyways, that's it for this video. I'm gonna have to wrap it up. but we'll have to wait till part 2, which is probably going to be like who knows how long, because I think I'm going to take a break. Anyways, see ya. Or actually, you know what? Let's just get on to Age of Extinction. So the next figure is